All right, listen, pay close attention.
If there's one thing you can take away from me as a person, whether you like me or you don't, if you take this from me, you will be a better person. If you decide today that you're going to live every day like it's your last for real, which means have a conversation with yourself every night that, okay, that was it. May not be no more after that. And really count yourself every day like this could have been it. All right, before I go to bed, this could be it. All right, how's that looking? If you can do that, it'll change your life. You'll really start making decisions and living your life like this all you got. Just this one day. But you could be a winner. You could be a winner today. It's just work ethic. And not the work ethic they talk about. They tell you work ethic where they do all these movies. I'm the hardest working man. Well, no, everybody goes to work every day.
Right.
Yeah. Don't say, I go to work all the time. Everybody who works goes to work every day. Shut up. Shut up. You get, what? I respect you more than my gardener? I don't. He work every day. Rain or shine.
All right, y'all heard the man. So we have a lot to unpack. We have so much to unpack. Welcome. If you're new, my name is Jonathan Panda. And today we're going to dissect this interview. See, this interview is going viral everywhere. Katt Williams came onto the Club Shay podcast with every single tactical win you can think of. And the reason why I say that is because I haven't been able to get this man off of my timeline. I mean, every single time I get on Twitter, IG, I see at least 2 people reposting a clip from this interview. He came on this podcast so strong that people that I didn't think knew of Katt Williams were reposting these clips, and that shocked me. And I've known about Katt Williams ever since I was young, like from 6 years old and up, and that's because I've been watching a lot of his movies. And I'm not saying this to say, oh, I'm a big fan, because I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge Katt Williams fan. I just like listening to his funny, comedic, live showings and some of his funny movies and TV shows. But despite all of that, I really want to dissect this right here. Despite all the fire he ignited, that brief message that he left on Club Shay is by far one of the most important messages that I've ever heard. And I'm not lying about this. That's one of the best words of wisdom that anybody can ever tell you. If you conceptualize that message and live by that message, be practical with that message, I promise you your life will improve. And the reason why I know this is because every time my life has improved, every time I've improved in a specific area of my life, it was because I lived as if there was no tomorrow. And one of the when I ingrained that mindset, I started a business, I started a YouTube channel, more money came into my pockets, and all the unnecessary stress that I had was released. And I'm not going to say it as if it was just easy like that, but here's the thing about having that mindset. When you ingrain that mindset, you start to live life with a clear mindset. All the unnecessary clutter on your mind, all the fake people in your life, all the jealous people in your life, all the hardships that you went through in life, all the negative feedback you get from people who are just ignorant, who don't want to see you winning, that all goes away. You start thinking about what's most important. You start thinking about what you love, and you start focusing on what makes you happy. And that, in my opinion, is the definition of success. When I ingrain that mindset, living as if there's no tomorrow, I only focus on what's most important. And I've been through certain things in my life, and there's been people in this world who went through worse than me, people 10 years younger than me. Think about the kids over there in the eastern part of the world. going through wars in the third world countries. They went through way worse than what I've been through. And I feel blessed. And when I say live life as if there's no tomorrow and you will see happiness slash success, I mean it, because we live in a time period right now where we get filled with so much information. Like, for example, this podcast right here. If you get on Twitter, Black Twitter, you'll see this interview, different clips of this interview being scattered everywhere. And I'm going to be honest, that's going to clutter your mind, because the main reason why this interview is popular is because he ignited so much fire with different comedians. He talked down on so many comedians. He basically spilled his truth from his perspective, what he saw. So that's his opinion. And I'm going to be honest, that stuff is interesting, but it clutters your mind. It makes you focus on what's not important, because I'm going to be honest, the majority of the stuff that he talked about was really just gossip. And with that being said, we live in a time period where there's so much information being filled in our minds, and it's going to clutter your mindset. But when you live life with the mindset thinking there's no tomorrow, you're going to realize that stuff is not important. You won't even spend any time thinking about that stuff. You won't focus on all the fake people, all the people that you know really are not on your team. You'll only focus on the people who are on your team, what makes you happy, and the stuff that you know you love. So I challenge everyone to ingrain that mindset. We haven't even been in 2024 for a week now. We've only been in 2024 for about 5 days. It's currently Saturday morning, technically, because it's 2:57 a.m. But for the most part, we just started a new year. And a new year means you can improve your life. You can change certain things about your life. And you can gain more success, make more money, let go of the people who are not on your team. And the first thing you have to do is to change your mindset. That's going to be the first thing, the most important thing, because without a mindset shift, I'm going to be honest, it's going to be extremely difficult to live life with a positive trajectory. So change your mindset. And I challenge everyone to ingrain this type of mindset. Live life if there's no tomorrow. And when I say this, I don't mean do things in a hurry. I'm not saying go ahead and do everything you want in one day. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying basically is live as if tomorrow is not promised, yet you have a plan to focus on what's most important and what you love. And I can promise you this, you will notice a huge difference in your life, especially if you're someone going through something in life right now. This will help you out. And as human beings, we all go through stuff. So I believe this video can help a lot of people. Matter of fact, anyone, because we're all human. So we all go through stuff. So like I said, challenge yourself to live as if there's no tomorrow. And honestly, that was an interesting interview. I haven't even watched the entire thing. I'm only 75% in. And that's because, I couldn't focus too much on what's going on. And it's been spreading everywhere on social media, on my timeline. And I had to talk about it. I had to talk about it. I had to talk about what's most important. And notice, I didn't talk about the beef that he has with other comedians. I only focused on the positive message that he left. And notice in the beginning, you can replay this video and start from where Katt Williams started talking. He said, if there's any advice that I can give you is basically, I can't say it verbatim, but he said, live life as if there's no tomorrow. Excuse me. Sheesh. Yeah, we're in the winter season, so, I'm a little bit under the weather. But anyways, like I said, live life as if there's no tomorrow. And by the way, I fully didn't introduce myself, but Jonathan Panda. If you enjoyed my video, if you enjoyed what you heard, if you learned something, I would appreciate it if you give this video a like and also subscribe if you enjoyed my vibe. See, if you subscribe, when you log on to YouTube, you won't have to search for my name. It will be right there, all because you subscribed. And plus, you could just go down in your subscriptions list and find me. Anyways, I'll see you on the next video. And if you learned something, write it down in a comment. Let me know about your opinion. How do you feel about what Katt Williams said? Are you going to use this advice? Have you ever taken this advice? What advice do you know that sounds similar to this? Or just write down some advice some life-changing advice that you know anybody can take to improve their lives. Because in this world, it's going to take a community to help anyone, honestly. You can do it by yourself, but if you want true success, it's going to take a community. I'm going to be honest. And who doesn't want a community? I want a community. And in the future, when I grow up and I have a wife and kids, I'm going to build a community. That's basically going to be my community. So it's going to take a community. So let's help out with this J Panel Performance community. So write down a comment, some advice on what you know about life, and I would appreciate it. But anyways, I'll see you on the next video.